My name is Moksh, and I will be teaching you Python in this channel, The Coding Pro. This is the first video of the first course, so if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe down below and press the ring button to be notified of the new videos I put. So, let's get started. What are we learning today? We are learning Python. Now, Python is a very powerful language, so let's get started. So I have Visual Studio Code open here. You can download that from code.visualstudio.com here, and there's even Python that you need to download. You need to download Python 3. I'm using 2.8, although the latest version at the moment is 3.8.2. So here you go on this, and then terminal for the integrated terminal, and let's just write Python. For those who are doing this in Linux or Mac OS, after you download Python 3, you will have to do Python 3 because Python 2 is already on your desktops, and Python 2 is a bit different from Python 3, so you won't be able to do what I do. So this, but as I'm on Windows, I'm just doing Python, and here you can see Python 3.8.0. That's what I'm using. So first of all, this is an IDLE. So an IDLE is the same thing as a file, just it doesn't save that file, and it's just for testing. And the first thing you must learn in Python is print. Now print is something that writes the string to the console, and so I'm saying hello world. Now what if we want to make it more user friendly? What if we want to ask the user their name? So what we do, because the user will return name, so we need a method that will make us able to retrieve that return value. So that's input, and in print you can't type anything, it just ends there, it just prints it, end of it. So what's your name? And there you go. Don't forget to put a space because it just looks a bit better and more readable. So it asks you, I'm just going to write March, and then it gives the string, and if we can't use that string anymore to print, so what can we do? So what we can do is assign the string that I've given back to a variable. So let's say name equals the same thing, input what's your name, okay, and press enter. Now you see it doesn't return that string anymore because that string has gone to here. So to use that string we will say print and then name, and that returns the name. But if I decide to go all the way here with spaces and then write and then print the name, then it will come with all those spaces. So to avoid that, what we can do, this is an inbuilt function in Python, is that we can say dot strip, and if we write our name again, as you can see, it won't make a difference right now, but now look, if I do the same thing as before, and then I print name, then it still brings it without a space. So that's good. It won't affect our computer knowledge. So let's say print. Now I would like you to learn a way of adding a variable name in a string without actually breaking the string and adding pluses. So the first way is we can say hello and then curly brackets 0 curly bracket and then close the speech marks and then dot format, and inside that this is the first number of an array. So as you go along it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is your array. Let's just imagine, and that array is so it's basically taking that element of the array. So let's format this and call it name, and there you go. And that space has come because we've put a space here. So I've already opened a folder in the workspace, and let's open a file in here. But first let's close this Python console, press Ctrl Z and just press enter, and then make a new file and call it test.py. And for this course I would like you to have this extension of VS Code. I have already this Python by Microsoft, and it's quite useful. It has IntelliSense and everything, so be sure to try it. Now let's think first. What if there's something that the person who's reading the code might not understand and you want them to understand? You can't just write what it is, but you can add a comment. And to add a one-line comment, all you need to do is press a hashtag and then a space and then write what you want. You can skip the space, but I like to keep the space because it's clearer. One-line comment. What if you want to say more than one line of comments? You can go on and you can write more in this way. But the problem with this is that you have to keep putting hashtags and it might not be so appealing. So what you can do is you can do 3 pairs of quotation marks, and the Python interpreter will ignore these 2 as well as the one-line comments. So multi-line comment, and so here's a multi-line comment, and you can keep on going without any worries. And so let's take a new line, and let's say here same thing as before, print, and let's say hello, what's your name? Okay, and then let's say name equals input, and um so let's go to a new line and start off. So let's start with an input, no prints, and let's say input, and don't forget to give it a variable name in this case. You can leave it without a string, so but the user won't know what you're requiring. So let's say hello, what's your name? And a question mark, and then a space. Remember the space. In Visual Studio Code, it adds the second parentheses and the quotes by itself, but in PowerShell it doesn't, so be careful. And then, once we've got that, we can say print. And this is another way of adding a variable name in a string. So you can write an F and then speech marks. And then you write hello, and then same thing, just you write the variable name directly. I find it more clearer because this way can be a bit lengthy and some people might not understand. And to run this, you can either do Python, make sure it's open in the same directory as this, and test.py. Ask me, I say Mox, hello Mox, same output. Or Visual Studio Code has this button here to run it, and it creates a new terminal, and here it gives a slightly different one. It's a longer one, but it works, so, and you don't have to do more writing, so Mox, hello Mox. Or you can debug from here, Python file should be adequate. It opens a third, and it takes a bit of time, but at least you're debugging it. And you can add breakpoints and everything. And I'll write Mox, hello Mox, and then the debugging stops there. So today I've taught you how to make your programs a little more user friendly, and so I hope you liked this video. Go down and subscribe and press the ring button, and until the next video, see you later.